Colin Ndanya will be a man who will have to be watched very closely indeed by a rehashed Manning Rangers side. A very powerful lineup on the park here by Gordon Iggesund. With that man Ted Dimitru, knows all about Orlando Pirates, coached there of course, as Gordon Iggesund did down here in Durban with Manning Rangers. An early touch for the 19-year-old Ryan Vorst. Always nice, I suppose, Deshi, to get the early touch to settle the nerves.
Well, that's right, Kevin, but more importantly, Chikoya's playing in this Pirates team. I think you'll see them attack down that left-hand side as well this afternoon.
Will it do anything to dampen the enthusiasm of Manning Rangers, who have only 1 point out of the 2 Premier Football matches that they've played so far? Looking for the opening, Johnson! Well, just powerfully driven in. Johnson at his stand his ground. Malloy certainly knows how to crack them in.
Well, he's done well, exploited that space on the far right-hand side, please, Malloy. But it's a good save by Johnson, and he'll be happy to have started this game with a good save.
An opportunity here for Dennis Lotter. The switch and Klanya, acres of space, might convert. Great save by Bust. Positioned himself well. And perhaps Colin Klanya might have done a bit better with that. But credit must go to the youngster, 19 years old, Ryan Bust.
I think credit as well to Pirates for this real quick fire attack here. Lovely ball by Dennis Lotter. Good save by Bust.
Well, if there's any man who knows about Manning Rangers in this country, it will be that man, Gordon Iggesund, who was coach here for many years. To outpsych his previous club. Good corner, great goal! Tobo Mgameni, the captain. Free header, and the 2 dreadlocked ponytail players link up to give Pirates the lead. Iggesund's a happy man, and why shouldn't he be?
Well, we said a minute ago they've got to pick him up, and in this instance nobody picking up the runner. Tobo Mgameni making the late run into the box, not being picked up at all. No chance for Ryan Bust here. The header powered past him.
Very comprehensive defending by Nake in front of goal, must be said. On the other end of the pitch, it's Colin Ndanya, who has put Orlando Pirates up. Nobody up front. Or at the back for Manning Rangers. Celebrations in the Pirates camp. And Ndanya has at last got his first goal for Orlando Pirates. Double the score for the Buccaneers and Gordon Iggesund on the stroke of half-time in Durban. Came from the long clearance, the miscue in defence by Manu. Ryan Bust caught in no man's land. It's 2-0 in Chatsworth. There have been a few stoppages in the first half. Injuries to Tobo Mgameni. Brad Muir had one. There's this one, Zucchi. All the referees optional time. Chikoya. Colin Ndanya will make it 3 before half-time and completes his brace. What incredible, the free header. Gordon Iggesund almost can't believe his eyes. Ryan Bust beaten for the 3rd time in the first half. He's a happy man. He's found his touch. But what about the defending here? Almost non-existent. Look at the pinpoint ball from Chikoya. He ran in from behind Dennis Lotter, Colin Ndanya, and gave Ryan Bust no chance whatsoever as Pirates score 3 in the first half. To Orlando Pirates. This is enterprising from Manning Rangers. The free header from Twantwe. finds the upright. Grant Johnson is absolutely stranded, rooted to the spot. Again in Twantwe, this time a less effective effort from the former Amazulu man. Johnson looking a little shell-shocked.
Not very much Johnson could have done there, but nobody picking up Ndwandwe. Good header, just strikes that upright.
Get on! Get on!
Rangers hoping to create a little bit more space for themselves. And they'll have to beware here! Pirates! With Rangers, they've just pulled one back. And it's that left-hand side you were talking about, Mr. Makawa. And it's paid dividends. Jabalani and Twantwe. He threatened earlier on with a header off the far upright. This time he converts, and Rangers are back in this game, one would think.
And once again, Mandla Zwane getting down that left-hand side and plays the perfect ball in, just going away from the keeper, away from Rapetlela. There wasn't very much Johnson could do about this.
For the beleaguered Buccaneers. But it's good to see Manning Rangers piling on the pressure, taking the game to the Buccaneers. All is not lost for the mighty Maulers. Kukwani, still Kukwani. Great goal from the former Kaizer Chiefs Dynamo. And Manning Rangers are right back in it now. 2 goals in a couple of minutes. A little shimmy there from Shakes Kungwani, 29 years old. Wasn't that a cracker?
Doesn't he deserve a goal? Brilliant player, Shakes Kungwani. Comes back inside the Pirates' defence, everyone backing up. And just swerves it into that far post. Absolutely no chance for Johnson.
Just look at the space that's been given to the former Chiefs man. Variation, Kipatene Matombo. Kenneth Shakes, he'll try the same again. Johnson isn't taking any chances after having been beaten by the previous effort from that diminutive man, Kungwani. He got a touch to it too, to Johnson. Pirates under siege here at the moment. The reaction of Chase Kungwani after he scored the second goal for Manning Rangers and his first of the afternoon. Kungwani. A whole host of Orlando Pirates players warming up there. Lucian Kwango was one. So Steve Lekolea. Oh, God, Johnson's got himself into trouble! Jabalani and Twantwe dispossesses him and equalises. For Manning Rangers, 3-3. That was absolutely incredible from Orlando Pirates. I don't think they'll even believe the replay when they see it themselves. Watching Zuzu. Goes back to Johnson. Probably wasn't the greatest of back passes, but Johnson made rather a meal of it. Might have cleared it first time. His first touch straight into the path of Ntwandwe, who scores. Gets his brace. The game is tied up at 3 apiece.
Well, that's right, obviously Gordon Egerson's looking for a little more width.
Well, here we go with Colin Antonio looking for his hat-trick. Vilakazi scores his first goal in the Premiership at a timely when it is to. Perhaps it will just get Orlando Pirates the momentum they need to get back into it. They've really spoiled things up to that stage for themselves. But the diminutive little playmaker Vilakazi, who was on form already, has perhaps given Gordon Egerson a little piece of respite here.
And all the Rangers players looking towards the linesman on the far side. But there was no doubt in my mind that in fact, he was not offside. Liso and Duty on this near side played Poland Glania onside.
Lotta. The shot. Nicolea looking to get into the action. Nicolea spots a great gaping hole in the centre of that Manning Rangers defence. Can't bring a save out of the diving fist. Manning Rangers, Zwane. It's just taking too long. Twantwe seems to have a new lease of life since joining Rangers. Will drive in here! Once again, Twantwe bringing the best out of Grant Johnson. Really, Grant Johnson's been instrumental here.
What's this ball, Brad? Get on! Get on! What's in
Vilakazi was looking for his hat-trick there, but it won't count because of the offside. And the action hasn't abated for one single moment. In the 90, as Ntuti look for Twantwe, he's also on a hat-trick. Lewis providing the shimmy. Orlando Pirates putting 5 past Ryan Bust. Rangers in turn past their previous number 1 goalkeeper Johnson, 3 of them, and Susu wants to make it 4. And it was so close from the skipper, and Susu just needed a touch. And the action continues unabated. Johnson might have just done a hamstring. Look at the burst from the Manning Rangers captain. The angle was tight, too tight. Imagine there'd be too much more time remaining. As Johnson clears, in fact that's it. Jerome Cayman blows the final whistle, and an 8-goal thriller here in Durban has ended, with Orlando Pirates defeating Rangers by 5 goals to 3. And the former Rangers coach Gordon Iggesund would have had some heart-stopping moments, particularly early on in the second half. But that man, Poland Glania, who scored a brace, along with Vilakazi, that man who put the game beyond doubt eventually.